Welcome to the world of I Create Lines, human design, personal one-on-one readings, coaching and guidance. Human design audio courses for your pace of learning. One-on-one accountability, support, talk therapy and holding space sessions. Fascia maneuvers, emotional release, one-on-one coaching and guidance. Free daily live movement classes on the Insight Timer app. Breathwork, fascia maneuvers, lymph work, and Qigong. Always wanted hands-on treatment? Can't travel? I can come to you anywhere in the world. Contact for more information. Weekly Q&A sessions on the Insight Timer app. Free content, instructional ebooks, and videos. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and share. iCreatelines.com. Peace, health, and abundance.
What are your thoughts on giving to others while keeping your own energy balanced and protected? There needs to be very clear communication between every single person. What are your needs and what are their needs? Can you meet those needs? And can they meet your needs? Is it reciprocal? Anything that's not communicated is gonna look for ways to get fulfilled in covert ways, in manipulation, in some way or other. So how to keep your energy balanced and protected? By clear communication, by demanding clarity from people that you interact with. What are you doing? What am I doing? What is our common goal? What are we doing today? How long are we gonna do it? Am I enjoying this? Are you enjoying this? Do I have energy for this? Do you have energy for this? And respecting that, and respecting your own energy. So you can always give to others if you feel like giving to others. If you feel required to give to others, that's guilt. That's no bueno. If you feel shame, that's no bueno. You give if you want to give. And you take when others want to give. Demanding energy, no bueno. And giving over your capacity, no bueno. You give how much you want to give until you feel, okay, this is not fun anymore, I just need to rest now. And the other person as well. And when the other person says, okay, that's my cap, that's their cap. And then you get also your own authority to say, this is my cap. So this is what we need to learn, because we're all born into a parasitic system where all we've ever learned is trauma bonds. How to get energy from others since we were children through guilt, shame, fear, jealousy, all these things, conditioned love. If so, then so, because it's survival based, because most of us grew up with emotionally immature parents. And then these are coping mechanisms. So giving to others, especially coming from me as a projector, it needs to be very clean. It needs to be very clean, very clearly communicated. and then you don't get anything. Then you don't get resentment, guilt, bitterness, frustration, all the signatures of all the types. So you know your cap. If you don't know your cap, you are probably in stress mode. So then that's another thing. Like, we need to accept our own boundaries and other people's boundaries. If we don't honor our cap, we will never be able to accept other people's caps. So let's say I have this situation almost every time when I'm home in Croatia with my mom. If I tell my mom, like, Mom, I just want to go into my room. I have no more energy for this. We've been talking for 2 hours. This is my cap. This is what I can tolerate. It doesn't matter who's in front of me. Oh. Her response is gonna be, oh, who asks me where my cap is? And then she doesn't let me go. Because who am I to tell anyone I'm tired, I have to go now? Because she doesn't allow herself to say, I'm tired, I have to go now. Because her whole life she's been cooking 2 hours more than she wants, she's been cleaning 7 hours more than she wants. And then, so if I tell her, Mom, I'm tired, can I go now? She will flip out and she will go into the mode of, whoever asked me if I was tired? Look at this guy and his privileged time and taking care of his body. Look at this elite little bastard. And I'm like, what? Like, how? Yes, please, Mom, if you feel you need to go when we're talking, please go. Because then I know you'll be happy and we'll be able to talk tomorrow again. And it's survival. It's, so yeah, it's the tendency to burn out. We don't know our caps. We don't know how much we are actually able to tolerate, because we all live in stress mode most of the time. So then we take it personally. That's my mom as well, yeah. My son tells me I'm lucky he talks to me. That's his other friends don't even talk to their parents. Yeah. Yeah. That is true. If you are a parent and your kids are sort of my age, like 30-ish, it is a blessing if communication is still functioning, because worlds are very different. Okay, yeah, if he's a teenager, then that's even worse in some cases, because teenage years are very difficult. So just be patient, be there for them, but don't expect too much of them. He gives me a lot of time and attention. I'm the one saying less is more. Yes, you got it, Sammy. You got it. Teenage years are years of emotional and sexual development. So guys, keep that in mind. In the teenage years, we develop emotional body and sexual body. So be emotionally supportive to your kids if they're teenagers. Because what they learn from you is how they're gonna be most of their life emotionally. And we all mimic the people we spend most time with. And if that's the parents in the teen ages, that's gonna reflect in all the following stages. So in our teen age, it's better to live next to a sage that can teach you page by page, phase by phase. If you want to inquire a sage, you can always send me messages on the Insight Timer. If you want some sage attention. Ask me anything. Yeah, how do you protect your energy? You just need to be honest. Like, you just need to be honest. If you can tell somebody that you're tired and it feels safe to do so, and you can communicate anything, then there's no reason to need to protect anything. Because when you say protect, it's kind of like it's an enemy in front of you. When you say, how do I guard my energy? How do I protect my energy? Well, you need to protect anything from somebody wanting to steal something from you or take or attack. If you have people around you that you can communicate anything to, then there won't be a reason to protect anything. You're just going to be able to say, let's talk about something else, or let's do something else, or let's just stop everything. And they're going to be okay with it. But then, when they tell you the same thing, you gotta be okay as well. So it always goes both ways. If you want to start telling people, I don't have energy anymore, then you gotta be okay with anyone telling you that they don't have energy for you, and then you gotta be okay with it as well. You can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna set boundaries for everyone, but nobody gets to set boundaries to me. That doesn't work like that. It's either I respect boundaries as a big statement, that means I respect my own and I respect other people's, or I don't respect boundaries, meaning I don't respect my own and then I don't respect other people's. I've been communicating, some people are okay with it, some people are not. Yeah, exactly. Sammy, my mom is getting older and I have never been that close. I try because she is kind, but I have a lot of boundaries. I'm trying to be there for her more, really from my heart, but I feel better when I keep my distance. I don't want to lose the opportunity to connect more, to be there for her more. A boundary I built up as a young adult was not get too close to me. So I've answered this question to a friend of mine the other day on a call, and I told her there is a distinct moment when I talk to my parents, when she talks to her parents, where you feel that it's enough. They have their cap of how much they can understand. They have their cap of how much emotional maturity they have for you. You speak to them until you feel that moment, and then you go away. So if you wanna, it might be talking about the weather, talking about the same old thing you always talk about, keeping it vanilla, keeping it soft and surface level until it gets to a point when they can't take it, and then they might start projecting or attacking or going into loops or going into addiction, or parasites take over and then they attack you. Then you just know and say, you can ask a question. You can ask, like, can we not talk about this? And if they keep going, I love you, mom, I gotta go. Just don't go into anger. Don't go into fighting it. You just know ahead of time, expect that there's gonna be a cap. Expect that there's gonna be a moment in your interaction with the parent where it starts going downhill. And you just know that it's there. If it's after 10 minutes, well, to hell with it. It's after 10 minutes. You get 10 minutes with them. But don't get angry if it shows up, because it is what it is. You know, you've been there many times. You've tried it many times. I know you have. And every time you get drained, every time you get angry, every time you get frustrated. So the point where it starts to go there, don't go into that emotion and just go away. And then you get to talk to them again. Because it's not going to change. You can get angry, they're not going to change. You can get sad, they're not going to change. If you've tried it over and over and over. Some people have their cap emotionally. Not everyone can evolve to your level. That's why we have generations. That's why we have change. My parents, there's a point where they're never going to be able to go where I am now. And that's the way it has to be. It's too much emotional baggage for them to drop just like that. Heather, I'm very open myself to people's boundaries, but people used to giving. But people are used to giving and giving. Yeah. You can tell people, like, I love giving, but I also love to rest. I love giving, but I also love to live and have energy. So I can give you, but tomorrow. So for today, we're closed. Tomorrow, come back again. There's stuff to give. And then tomorrow, there's going to be a cap, and we're going to be closed. So don't be a 24/7 7-Eleven. Be a specialized store for jewelry that's open 2 hours a day. Who wants it? Be there when it's open, respect it, and then when it's closed, goodbye. So, I love giving. I don't love, like, not having boundaries. And I didn't have boundaries most of my life, because who's gonna teach it to me? My mom? Oh yeah. For sure, yeah. My mom is gonna teach me boundaries. She's drained by cooking and cleaning and all the patriarchal stuff she doesn't have a sacred response for. I can handle it well over the phone, but the minute I walk into their house, I'm ready to leave. I keep my distance. She's not going to live forever. I feel I need to push through it more. Don't push. Maybe meet it in other places. Maybe meet in other places where, I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm struggling with the same thing. I'm gonna go back home, visit my folks for a while, very soon, in a month and a month and some time. And I haven't been home for 9 months, 10 months. And I don't know how we're gonna communicate. However, I do have a lot more experience in the world. I've traveled so much. I've met so many people of their age and older and younger and between, and healed a lot of stuff, recognized a lot of stuff that I'm doing, recognized a lot of stuff that they're doing through other people. It's like I had to meet many people of their age to see what things they're going through, because they're not going to tell me. They're never going to go into their pain. And now I got to speak to people of their age and listen to their pain, and now I know better what my parents are going through, because they're never going to tell me what their pain is, because they can't reach it from all the smoking and drinking and the food. And so now I know through all my other friends and acquaintances, and most of my friends are 50 and 60, because I needed to learn. I needed to meet my parents through others. Yeah, if you need any questions resolved outside of a live, if you have inquiries with me for whatever Send me a message, send me a DM on Insight Timer, find me in the world, check out my courses on Insight Timer on my profile page. If you're using Apple, donate through the teacher profile. If you're using Android, donate through the live or the teacher profile. Ask questions for another 20 minutes or more if it's interesting. I don't know how much light we're gonna have. I don't know if I have a flashlight on this thing here. But yeah. Where am I right now? North Carolina. North Carolina, Sandra. I spent 15 years in Charlotte. That sounds like you were in prison. Like I spent. Like, oh my god, did I have to spend this much time? People used to say I lived 15 years in Charlotte, and you chose I spent. It's like, oh my god, all this time I spent in Charlotte. Kinda, alright. So many things can be read from people's language like that. English is my third language. Wow, what is your first and second? Portuguese and French. Nice, Sandra. English is my second. Croatian first. Beautiful country and nice people. Yeah, beautiful country, nice people, yeah. Hot, yeah. Yeah, very hot summers, yeah. Another 15-ish minutes. Ask questions. What led you to this path? Oh, that's a huge question, Heather. Please distill that a bit. Please, can you get that into some um, more digestible form? More specific, please. How did you get into energy? When did you start? Oh, wow. All right. I'd say like 8, 9 years ago after a psychedelic trip, mushrooms, and then after I realized how much abuse have I been doing to my body my whole life, taking on the addictions of everyone around me. I was addicted to basically everything except for hard drugs. So cigarettes, alcohol, weed, porn, promiscuous behavior, video games, like all of that. Yeah, junk food, not to mention the standard American or Balkan diet, which is even worse in some cases. And then I lost kind of sense of who I was because of all that. And then I went into exploring about the psychedelics, painting a lot, then learning qigong, then learning herbalism, then learning human design, then learning fascia maneuvers and breath work, Jung psychotherapy, Adlerian psychology, gene keys, electromagnetic balancing, sound healing, non-violent communication, chakra systems, quantum, relationship dynamics, all these things that now I make courses about and teach and answer questions. So it's been a journey. I also I consider myself like a shaman, meaning that I can guide and help people integrate their psychedelic journeys. This is all also through my artwork. Yeah. I'd say that's the gist of it. That's a general answer for a general question. General question. Check out all my stuff on the profile. I Create Lines, the name. Check out audio courses. Ask me a question in the courses. I will give you voice memos back at the end of the month. Very thorough. Where can we see all your stuff? If you go to the corner on the profile, there is either at the edge of the app, there is like a live, my face blinking live, and then through there, or inside timer, go type in I Create Lines, and then you check out the profile. You see courses, events, link to the website, everything should be there. Otherwise, just I Create Lines is the name. You can just find stuff. If you have any inquiries of whatever kind, send me a message on Insight Timer. Find other ways to contact me if you really need to. If you have questions and inquiries from me, we're gonna have a Q&A like this tomorrow and Wednesday, and then not for a while. However, we do have a moving live, so a movement, breathwork, and fascia maneuvers, Qigong live every single morning, every day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can come and become a recurring member to that if you wish. Breathing, moving the body, healing, it's all there. Check out my audio courses here on Insight Timer about human design. Yes, plant medicine has pointed me in new directions. Yes, Renee, ever since I connected to the spirit of psilocybin, I've it's changed my whole life. It's changed my whole purpose and the way that I see the world. I see myself as a translator for this intelligence. I see myself as an ambassador for Earth, for healing. I see myself as a human extension of the underground network, like the end point. Like the mushrooms are the beginning, and humans are the end point of that consciousness. And I feel like I've gotten information that I need to relay to all the other people as a translator of the messages of these spirits that want us to heal, that want us to slow down, that want us to live in communion with nature, that want us to live from the heart, to develop our superpowers through human design as well, through our aura fields. That's how plants communicate, through electromagnetic aura fields. And some people can do that. I can sense many things. I can see many things on each of you. That's why I do what I do with people. Because I can sense, I can see things. That's also projector in human design. If you're, oh my god, I'm blind. Ooh, is this gonna be audible? That's amazing. What can you see about me? Well, now nothing. I need to see you so I can see you. I can't see like this, nothing. Like this, nothing. I need to see you and hear you and talk to you to be able to see you and hear you. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a light show around here. Yeah, I'm a seer and a guide and an energy guide. And since I have this intelligence of these plants in me, it's like a connection with me. It's like an expanded consciousness, like you're on a microdose or something. I've had people tell me this, and it makes sense. And it depends on how much of that you want. You need to gauge it, because it's almost like having infinity. Like, I can amplify whatever is in you, and if you have a very buoyant imagination and you don't know how to control it, if I'm next to you, I'm going to amplify it, and your mind can go now in 10,000 different directions that you didn't know about. And if you don't know how to control that, then it might be a little bit, So I'm an amp. I'm an amplifier. I can help people unlock their potential and show them things and open up things and very quickly in like 10 to 15 minutes. Oh my god, what is this? That is one very straight cloud, don't you think? There are no straight lines in nature, right? You know that, right? The nature doesn't have straight lines ever. If anything is a straight line, it's always human made. So what is this now? What is this now? Why is this so straight? Oh my god, do you see this? Like I don't have a 360 camera, so you can see. But it is flashing. I tried cow pasture mushrooms a long time ago, but only remember vivid colors. Afterward, dusted and wiped my house like crazy. I would like to try again sometimes for higher knowledge. Man, there's a storm brewing. Yeah, some people. Are you in Wilmington? Close by. You can come here and clean next time. Yeah, different cabs do different things to people, and some people only get the visuals and body highs and lows. Some people get almost like a religious experience, like me. That doesn't mean better or worse. I would just say that it means either you are prepared for it or not. Because I'm not saying, man, like, I'm sorry, man, Renee, I just. Person. I'm not saying you missed out. I'm not saying you missed out. Or that seeing only visuals is worse than what I've experienced. Because what I've experienced, in order for that intelligence to house itself in me, I needed to lose like 50% of my identity immediately. In 5 hours, 50% of me just goodbye. In order for that, it's almost like, okay, we're updating this guy's software right now. And in order to update his software, 50% of his 30-year-old life needs to go. Express erasure. So we can install this new thing. So it's like a few years of therapy crammed into 5 hours of intense breathing and energy surging through your body, opening up all the chakras, everything, just like this electricity here. There you go. My mentality was much different than living from other people programming. Yeah. Yeah. These things shed stuff from you really quickly. Are you enjoying the light show? So that's very far away, but also right here, right above me, a little bit to the left, there's a flash also very, like when there's a flash over there, there's one over there as well, but you can't, like I can't show you both things. You can't see the left and the right at the same time in life. Sometimes you gotta say no to something in order to be able to say yes to something else. It's amazing and cool when contrasted off the bridge. Bridge? You mean fence? No. Yeah, fence. Now I know that light washes away the darkness. I've learned so much with so much more to learn. Yeah, exactly. That's a good place to be mentally. Yeah, I don't know. It's been an hour, guys. However, I'm kind of not feeling like I wanna get away from here for a while. So I got like 60% more battery. We might go for another hour, easy. I got a data plan that I need to use up until Sunday. So we might just be here. We might just be here. Enjoy your stormy ocean weather. Thank you, Renee. Welcome, Ask Me Anything. Emotional, mental, spiritual health, relationships, aura, energy, human design, psychedelics, qigong, fascia maneuvers, emotional release, psychotherapy. Oh, is that rain? All right. Guys, I might sleep here. I might have to stay here for the night. Because, yeah, when I looked at the weather, it said like possible until 5 or 9 a.m. So I'm gonna save my battery so I can come on the morning live at 11 a.m. from this place. Good night, Sandra. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. Tonight. I don't feel like leaving yet. Maybe just switching up my position a bit so that the other side of the head. Whoa, there we go. There we go. What did you think of Costa Rica? A very special place. Very free, very beautiful nature, almost no EMF, very humid. All the time you have a beautiful wet cover on your skin. That it's not actually wet. It's just like, you know when you like put coconut oil on your skin and then it soaks in, but it's not sticky anymore, but your skin is nice and smooth and hydrated. That's like that all the time. Like a smooth cover on your skin at all times. Beautiful hydration. Nature, it just grows and grows like palm leaves. In a week, it will grow out and die and grow out and die and grow out and die. Everything grows like crazy. There's so much ether in the sky. There's so much energy in the air. People are wild. There's no government that kind of... Everything's slow. There's no army at all. You can get things there. People can send stuff like from America to Costa Rica. There's no secure way that it's gonna get there. You need to have people driving that you know. If you need anything, you need to go to San Jose, which is the main capital, and it's utter chaos in San Jose. Very wild, but very beautiful. A lot of snakes, spiders, poisonous things, 10 different types of frogs that glow in the dark, monkeys, sloths. You can buy a car on like a messaging app. Very different than anything you've ever saw. If you've never lived in a third world country, you should see it. You should try it. If you've never been to a third world country, it's a very different experience. Very special, very humbling. Changes your perspective on many things. What is really valuable in life. It's unbelievably cheap. You can get a huge papaya for 2 people to gorge on for $1 or $2. Most of it is rural. I would say most of it is rural. Even the little cities outside of San Jose are mostly rural. Caribbean coast, the other coast, touristic, rural, small cities. Yeah, I'm going back for a month. I'm going to be in Costa Rica in July, the whole month of July. And then I'm going back to Europe. I need to pick up my card. It's expiring. And I probably need a tooth fixed. But that's along the way. That's convenient. But I need to go and get the card. And also, I haven't been home in a while, so why not? But I know it's probably a very toxic environment where my people are living, parents. Like it's not. It didn't get any better in the last 9 months. I don't think it got any better. I think it only got worse, multiply worse. However, I do want to see them. I'm from Croatia. It sounds different. I love that they use volcanoes for thermal electricity. I didn't know that. I did enjoy volcanic sand, the black sand beaches, the energy off of that. Like in Costa Rica, I can probably live on the sea air alone. If there's a place for humans where you can be 100% breatharian and live off of the ether in the air, it's probably in such a place right next to the ocean. With your feet in the volcanic sand, your nose being pumped with electricity from the waves, you don't need anything. Maybe just a loved one keeping you company to talk to. If you guys want to inquire about anything, send me a message on Insight Timer, send me a message, find me outside of a live. Check out my courses on Insight Timer about human design. We are going to be here tomorrow at the same time for a live like this, and then Wednesday as well. And then we have regular daily lives, movement, breathwork, fascia, and qigong. Everything's on the profile. If you're using Apple, you can support with the donation through the profile. If you're using Android, donate wherever you wish. It's just that if you use Apple in a live, then Apple takes 30%. So wait and go through the profile if you're using Apple to donate. Ask me anything about emotional, mental, spiritual health, relationships, energy, aura. If you have any inquiries for me outside of a live, feel free to DM me on Insight Timer or find ways outside. I'm a human design coach, psychotherapist. I make courses that you can find here. I guide classes, movement classes, breathwork classes every day on Insight Timer. Find everything through the profile. Search on your own. Volcanic sand, that would be grounding. Yes. Yes, very, very, very grounding. Electrifying. Human design basics, human design intermediate, human design advanced. After you've gone through those three, you go into I Ching, 64 gates. And then if you're a projector in human design, there's a special projector masterclass for you here. If you ask me questions in any of the courses, I give you back voice memos. Usually at the end of the month, I make batch voice memos for everyone. So all that is here on Insight Timer for you guys. Check out the schedule for daily events, movement classes, Q&As, audio meditations, everything. You can also find the link to the website on the profile. The profile is called I Create Lines. Find it on Insight Timer, go through it, and then find the link if you need to. And maybe a little bit more. How do I find out what my human design is? There are free charts all over the internet. Just type in free human design chart. It's like an it's like just like when people look up their astro charts. There's many sites that provide it just for free. And also like a guided thing is in my basic course. So Human Design Basics leads you through all of this. If you want it like an audio me, like a recording of me telling you what to do. And that's what Human Design Basics is. Yeah, if you have any questions during, anyone else as well. If you're in one of my courses here in Insight Timer and you have either feedback or you want a question answered about a lesson or something, then go into the course classroom and ask me directly in the course classroom about a lesson, or this was unclear, or this was a dope lesson. I just wanted to say it was a dope lesson. Anything. Every single question boosts my engagement. It gives you an answer, and it actually gives me income. So if you're not in a position to donate, go and ask a bunch of questions in the courses. That's always helpful. It pushes out the course so many people can see it. It counts as engagement. You get your answers. Other people see the questions. So if you enjoy any of this content, you want to support, you're maybe not in a position to donate, just go into the course, any of them, and ask me questions about it. And don't be afraid of how much. Just whatever is on your mind. Thank you for all your insights. Signing off. Thank you, Sammy. You can also share my lives on your social media. You can invite people on a live. You can share my courses on your platforms. There's many ways to support if you want to give back. Heather, I understand the basic types in human design. The gates, it gets complicated. Check out I Ching 64 masterclass here. I made a specific course about every single gate of the 64 gates. It's right here on my profile. And also, if you have any inquiries or questions, you can send me DMs on Insight Timer. If you guys have any inquiries for me of whatever kind, send me DMs on Insight Timer or find me. Find me in the world. I Create Lines is the name. Yeah, I made a course. It has 64 lessons. Each lesson is 6 to 10 minutes of distilled knowledge from human design, from gene keys, from the I Ching directly, from my personal experience, and from a few more interpretations. I made a distilled version for each gate. I think it's called I Ching Deep Dive or something. So it starts with I Ching. It's on my profile. It's on my profile. I don't know, I kind of want to leave, but I kind of don't. It was 1 hour, 22 minutes and 22 seconds when I said it. So what is 22:22? Does somebody want to go to web search and type in 22:22 meaning and give it back to me here so I don't leave the live? I specifically asked the question. I want to leave, but I kind of don't, and it was 22:22. So if anybody wants to quickly hop off of the live, or they have another device where they can check specifically 22:22, so 4 twos in a row, meaning, and you can go to images, and it will show you quicker. If anybody wants to do that, that'd be dope. Faith, balance, harmony, and justice. Thank you so much. Okay, balance doesn't give me an answer. Harmony doesn't give me an answer. Justice doesn't give me an answer. But faith gives me an answer. Meaning either have faith and stay there or have faith and go. But it doesn't give me... Okay. Okay, maybe it's not related at all. Maybe I'm just not going to take it as related to whether I should leave now or not. I'm just going to take it as, okay, faith, balance, harmony, and justice. Okay, faith, balance. I know where to use the faith. I know why balance, harmony, and then justice. Justice is kind of like a responsibility that gets distributed where it needs to be, and that's good. You can tell us an overview of what human design is. I can, but I won't. I've done it so many times. Sukhdev, please go into Human Design Basics course. I can't tell you that, but I've done it so many times. I can do it amazingly. However, it's not fun anymore. Just check out the profile, human design basics, go into it. It's real easy. This is why I made it, because I used to do these Q&As for 2 hours. Almost every single live was 2 hours. And almost every live I would repeat the same half an hour of what human design was, and it just stopped being interesting anymore. I've refined it. I've made it very short, very, I know. Thank you, Sugdev. Thank you. Thank you. We can talk about literally anything else. Literally anything else. You want to talk about bricks? Guys, bricks have the most beautiful red color. Most bricks have 90-degree angles. I've yet to see a brick that's not 90 degrees. Some bricks are hollow, guys. Some bricks are actually hollow. Some are not hollow. Where are you now? What am I doing there? I'm now in North Carolina. I was here and I am still here visiting and staying with friends. You might know them. They're KC and DC on these lives. So I'm staying with them until the end of the week. I stayed here. I got an invitation from them to come and to chill out and spend time, to see a little bit of North Carolina. So, what am I doing here? I've been doing lives every day, relaxing. I've done 2 big events here in the US with another organization. I'm not going to mention any organization because we don't advertise anything that's not on Insight Timer. So after that, I came here with them to kind of relax and to see where they're at, to explore, to spend time with them. Yes, yeah, yeah. There you go, Sugdev. You know what's up. They're made up of straight lines. They are, Renee. Even though when you take a microscope and you go deep enough, there's no straight line anywhere. There's no, like, even a straight line on a paper. Even you take a ruler, you pull a straight line, but if you take a microscope and you go deep enough, it's not a straight line. It's not. It doesn't exist. The humans have tried to manufacture a straight line, and so far it's brought nothing but pain. It's brought nothing but pain. Is anybody creeping in the background, afraid to ask a question? Yeah. Seems like it's stopping, or at least no more rain. Yeah, I'm gonna stay for another 5 minutes. If anybody asks a question, I'm gonna hop on it. If nobody asks a question, I'm gonna hop off. We are tomorrow there again. Wow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. Um, we're gonna move tomorrow morning. Breathe. Is this your first time in the US? Yeah. Yeah, it is. So my left shoulder is always up. It's always up no matter what. It's just chronically all the time it's like this. Up and forward. Welcome. Yeah, I'm almost leaving. But yeah, thank you. Ah. Okay, one last time. If you have inquiries for me, DM here or find links in the profile, human design courses, schedule for live events every day. Donations greatly appreciated. If you're using Apple, donate through the profile. If you're using Android, donate wherever you want. This has been an amazing light show. I might come back here tomorrow night as well, depending on. It's a nice place to be. But otherwise, oh, gratitude and blessings, KC. Good night, everyone. Everyone that showed up. Once again, the shoulder. Check out all the offerings. Send messages if you have to. Enjoy your evening. Stay hydrated. Keep your body moving. Don't watch the news. Thank you, Heather, Renee, Sukhdev, everyone else. Here's some yawning your way. I bet everyone's yawning now. So there you go. All right, peace out, beautiful guys and gals.